Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a foundation review. If you're new, I'd love for you to join the fam, so hit the subscribe button and tap the bell so that way you stay notified of when I upload. The foundation I'm going to be reviewing obviously is going to be the Milani Conceal and Perfect, the Shine Proof Powder. Okay, I knew it had a long name. It comes in 10 shades on the Milani Cosmetics website, and I got mine at Ulta. It's $1 less at Ulta. I mean, not $1, a penny less. I think it's $10.99 at Ulta, and they only have 6 shades. And then on Milani's website, there's 10 shades, and it's $11. It's like a, you know, just right off the bat, like a first impressions, that it's a light, I'm just gonna say it's a light buildable coverage. It's not medium coverage at all because I can still see my acne marks and stuff like that. It claims that it is shine proof, and it's supposed to keep me matte. The packaging, it does feel nice. It's plastic. You're gonna apply pressure here and it's gonna pop it up like ever so lightly. So I was trying to figure that out. I was like, well, how do I open it? Because you can't just like lift it open, so you push that, open it, and close it. It does come with the sponge. So let's just go ahead and get to the application. All right, so we're nice and up close and personal, and I'm probably just gonna prime like half of my face. And I thought about using this as a setting powder, but I'm just like, it's a powder foundation, so let's go ahead and see how it's gonna perform as like what it is, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna use my Wet n Wild matte primer. I'm literally gonna just put it on half of my face, and I get really oily right here, of course my nose and my cheeks, and right here on my chin. Before we apply this, it says it's lightweight powder, helps skin stay shine free, buildable coverage for a flawless finish, mattifying bamboo powder absorbs oil, calming lily extract tightens the look of pores. Use the enclosed sponge or a brush to apply powder evenly to the face. Wear alone or over foundation, perfect for touch-ups throughout the day. Provides medium to buildable coverage. It says apply with included face sponge or to use with Milani powder brush. I don't have that. Lightly swirl brush onto powder, tap to remove excess powder, and apply onto nose, cheeks, chin, and forehead. Blend for a seamless finish. This is what the packaging looks like. It is a matte black top, and it says Milani in gold. I think they had a like old powder foundation, and I think it was like an all gold compact, but this one has like this touch of gold here. It's like a strip of gold. 05 natural beige. I actually returned this because I had the shade natural, which looked really light, so I'm so glad that they finally have more of Milani in Ulta stores. And so this is how you open it. There's like a little pressure point right here. There's like not really anything, so you push it and it barely just like pops it open. So let me show you guys again. There it is up close. Okay, so you just apply a little pressure and it barely pops off. So that's what it is. That's the shade right there. This has 0.43 ounces or 12.3 grams. So it does come with the mirror here, and the sponge was on the back. So it came in a little packaging like this, and the sponge was in this little plastic wrap, so it was nice and sanitary. I think I'm going to use the brush. This is a flat top kabuki brush. This is the Sigma F80. I think I'm going to use this on my prime side, and then the non-prime side I'm going to use the sponge that came with it. I was going to get the shade, what was it, beige. So it was natural, was too light. This is natural beige, and then they had beige, but that one seemed like a touch lighter. So I don't know. This one was a little bit darker than beige, so we'll see. There's the before. It's been a while since I tested a powder foundation. The last one I tested was, I think it was like the Maybelline Fit Me or something, but it was for like acne prone skin or oily skin. I actually think I got that in an influencer box. Wait, yeah, that's right. I'm not seeing much of anything. All I'm seeing is a change in my skin tone, which is actually matching like the rest of my body. You can see my tan lines. I'm like super tan now, so it's just making my face look even, like not bright and light like this, but just like darker. The coverage seems kind of like light, considering I have a lot to cover. It doesn't look too bad, right? See, it's nice and matte. I keep building it and it's not like looking cakey or doesn't look powdery. So that's a plus. Let me just try buffing it in. Okay, so this is the brush side and with the Wet n Wild mattifying primer. And then this is nothing. I still see scars and stuff, but all right, now this side, this has no primer, and I'm going to use the sponge that came with it. I think I'm already going to go ahead and say that I'm just going to have to use this as like a setting powder over the foundation because this is just really too light. So I'm kind of just like patting this as much as I can. Just keep blending this out a little bit. So I feel like with this applicator, the sponge applicator, it does look a lot more powdery than with the brush. Because I could see all my little like peach fuzz like on this side versus this side. I do see it, but not a whole lot. Let me get into my mirror for a second. My pores don't look too accentuated, like a little bit, but not really. I don't even have any setting spray. I do have a damp sponge, so I think I'm just gonna go over it with that to kind of just like melt it in. I was gonna try to use this damp sponge, but I was like, let me try 2 different applicators. But it's like basically, did I just basically X out the brush? I don't have any setting spray right now. I like to use like the Mario Badescu sprays because those aren't really like mattifying or hydrating, like dewy, you know what I'm saying? They're just like a facial spray, setting mist, whatever. So it just kind of makes everything melt into the skin. It's like a phrase everyone says, right? That looks a lot better. The coverage is medium coverage, which, well, like light medium, not medium. It's a very light medium because I can still see my like blemishes and stuff. I do have scabs because I'm a face picker and I don't see those accentuated. It's 11:12, so I'm gonna finish the rest of my face and then I will do a check-in with you guys later. It is currently 2:49 p.m. This is what my face looks like so far. Close to 3-ish, 4-ish hours, 4-ish hours that I've had this powder foundation on. I just put Savannah down for a nap, so I'm thinking because I was laying down on this side and so the pillow was here. I was looking in the mirror before like I turned on my camera and it kind of looks like this side, which is the primed side, and my cheek area actually looks a little bit more matte than this side. But again, I was laying down, I was trying not to put my face down on the pillow and trying to like keep Savannah's head away from my face and her hands off my face a little bit. It's either the pillow or her trying to touch my face and stuff because she was playing around a little bit, but tried to keep her away from my face. And the non-prime side, my cheek area specifically, just looks really oily. Looking in the mirror, I do notice that this area here is a lot less oily than this side over here. The oil, you can see the slick shininess on my nose, on my chin. I didn't put any highlight besides like underneath the brow, and that's it. I didn't want to put highlight on and mislead y'all to think that it's oily or oh, it's just highlight. No, I made sure not to put on any highlight on my face except for underneath the brow. What I usually don't do, but I'm gonna do, is touch up. I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. I'm gonna keep going with the sponge here. So I'm just gonna touch up, then go about my day. I've been doing a little bit of housework. I'm just gonna touch up like my oily areas, which you already saw what that was. And now look, I'm back to matte. There's no shininess here. And I also was looking to see if like the powder sunk into my fine lines, and I didn't notice that because I have my expression lines right here. Also when I smile, I do have the smile lines, and then also underneath my nose there are like these little lines that do this, and they're just right here, so I had to be mindful of those. Whew, I feel a lot better about my face. It still feels lightweight. With me touching up, it didn't add any more coverage. I'd say it's pretty like steady light coverage. I think I'm gonna see you guys before I wash my face for the night. It is 8:23, so it was almost 3 o'clock since my last check-in, so it's been what, 5 hours? I don't even need to zoom you guys in for this one, but I am all oily. It still didn't settle into my lines or anything like that. I didn't notice it. You know how on liquid foundations they like crease in the nose and like gather in there? I don't really see much of like powder foundation or anything that gathered in there. I will say on the non-prime side, I don't know if it's because I'm oily or because I put on more, that it did seem to accentuate my pores versus the prime side just a little bit, because this primer says refines the appearance of pores. If you're going to use this, if you're into light coverage powder foundations, then make sure if you have problems with your pores that you have a good primer that's going to take care of that. I'm going to keep trying to play with this powder foundation, but for the most part it doesn't do good on my skin as a standalone product, standalone powder foundation. I'm gonna try it with some other foundations. We'll see how it works that way as like a setting powder. It claims to be like a medium buildable coverage, which it's not. It's very light coverage. It's buildable. The packaging itself is pretty much travel friendly. It's a slim, compact. I don't even know if you can wash this sponge and reuse it, because I don't feel like it's sanitary to put a sponge into here, because I know some compacts have where there's like an underneath compartment and you stick the sponge there and it's like perforated on the bottom to like let the sponge breathe. But this one, it's like you gotta stick it back in there and then close it, and I don't like that idea just because I have very acne prone oily skin, and if I'm touching up it's gonna start gathering on the sponge and I'm gonna have to wash the sponge. And let me know if you've tried this powder foundation. I'll leave it linked down below if you want to try it. Give this video a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe if you're not already. Have a blessed day, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. I'm surprised that you liked it because it's green tea.
I like green tea.
You do? Green tea is healthy. You don't like healthy tea.
I like green tea.